Right, we are here with Johnny from Pet Needs. How you doing?
I'm doing well, mate. Thank you so much for having me. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. I mean, the last time we saw each other was at the Lottery Winners in Brighton, which was quite a while ago. Well, actually, it wasn't. That's
About a year, just under a year, I think.
Yeah, it was a great show then. I mean, we've just seen you at Pine Vinyl now, an amazing little in-store, and it's all part of what's happening this week. Well, what is actually happening this week?
So we've released a new album. Yeah, man. We've released our third album, Intermittent Fast Living, and we've been doing an in-store tour kind of all around the country. Well, two countries, like England and Scotland as well. Actually, we drove into Wales a little bit because I took the wrong turning the other day.
How do you just drive into Wales by accident?
Well, we were meant to be staying in a travel lodge. There's a big bridge between England and Wales, and I took a wrong turning.
That's normally the sign for we're going the wrong way.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, we're on the Severn Bridge.
Yeah,
we're going to Wales.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. So I had to drive to Wales, go around a roundabout, and then drive back to England, which I think now counts as a multi-country international tour, which is very cool. But yeah, we've got Intermittent Fast Living. Our third album is out now, and we are in the middle of trying to get it into the top 40, which is super exciting. It's very knackering. We're doing 9 gigs in 7 days, basically. Yeah. And today we drove from Glasgow to Portsmouth, which was nuts, but just played an amazing show in such a cool venue as well. Such a cool record shop. Steve, who owns it's like the nicest guy. First time I met him today, and yeah, it was just lovely people, lovely place, and it packed out at 5 o'clock on a Monday. Everyone had to get off work early, which is amazing. So yeah, it was lovely, man.
It is a very stressful time. I mean, the one thing I love about, because there's quite a few bands that we've seen do this now and do the in-store tours and things like that, and it's all helped get the chart positions, and it's all built round a community, which is what I love the most about like you guys, the Lottery Winners, like Frank, kind of. They are just these really, really passionate communities, and your fan base is just that. It's just so passionate. You can just see it with everyone there. Most people even knew the lyrics to most of the songs that had come out 2 days ago.
So nuts. Yeah, it's amazing. And I think like in a world where it seems like the rest of the industry is kind of like stacked against smaller bands, these chart rules where if people can put out multiple versions of like albums and stuff, this is what we've done with the Bottom of the Pops campaign, where we've had 12 versions of the album come out. Suddenly a comparatively small group of like passionate fans can suddenly infiltrate and impact the charts, which is amazing. It's like one of the only things in the world, in this big like capitalist world, where people can still change things from the bottom up and get small bands into places where they're not really invited, which is really exciting. It feels quite punk rock to me.
Yeah. Well, that is you guys in a nutshell, isn't it? Punk rock. But like with the album, I've had a quick listen through a couple of times already, and there's one particular line that really stood out with me the first time listening through it, and it's on Trip. And I think this line kind of sums up anyone who works in creative industry, which is, I'm born for this, but I don't think I'm not ready. I
don't know if I'm built for this.
Built for this. That line. I don't think I'm built for this. I don't think I'm built for anything.
Yeah.
I love that line because I think, I said, it sums up like that, just that questioning when you're like in a creative sort of world, if that makes sense.
Sure. And that line came from, I spoke about it on stage just earlier, actually. I wrote a different song for the album, and then like my brother, who's the guitarist of the band, his partner had to listen to the tune and said, oh, it's quite cool, kind of sounds a little bit like Razorlight, is that what you're going for? And then I panicked and then went home, and that's why the riff is so heavy as well. It's like it's like my kind of, nothing against Razorlight, I just don't want to sound like him, and it's like my anti-Razorlight riff. The first thing was like, what am I doing? We've got an album to record in about 3 weeks, are we ready? And then it just came out like, I don't know if I'm built for this. And it just kind of came from that, really.
Yeah, no, but I love that because I think like that a lot of the time, like sort of imposter syndrome a lot of the time, like with some of the things that get to do and things like that. And I know you guys did the 50 States tour with Frank, and that was insane for you guys because that wasn't long into like starting out, really, was it? Particularly
that was our first kind of taste of real touring.
What a way to start.
I know, it was nuts. 2 months away, and like Frank and we were touring with a band called the Bronx as well, who are the nicest people and really took us under their wings and really like looked after us. Like they were doing it in sleeper buses, so they would play, they'd get into their bus and then
nice little nap.
They would have a nap and then wake up at the next venue. That's it. We were not, because we couldn't afford to at all, so we were in like a little transit van, and we're getting on average around 4 or 5 hours in each hotel. So we'd get in about kind of midnight and have to leave about 4:30 every day for 2 months.
Oh, that seems easy.
Yeah, it was nuts psychologically, and then having to get on and like perform, and obviously we were performing to rooms and crowds of sizes that we weren't used to either, so we just had to, we kind of had to pretend it was normal, if you know what I mean. We had to go, right,
Yeah.
this is life, this is normal. Because if you took a step back and kind of saw it in the context of like the world and your life and what was happening before and what's happening now, you just couldn't comprehend it. So you just had to go, right, this is life now, this is normal, let's go.
That is strange. So obviously, yes, so the album's out now, like you said, in this chart battle. And how can people support that? Because we've only got a few days left.
Yes. So if you're like, if it's Tuesday now, please go buy physicals still. Actually, even up until I think it's about Wednesday, about 4 or 5 p.m, you can buy physical records. Like you can buy them from like any record shop or anything, it will count, or like buy them online and all those kind of things. And then on from Wednesday, kind of midday, 4 o'clock-ish, up until midnight on Wednesday, you can get on the downloads as well. So you can download it. We've got a special iTunes version that's got 4 extra acoustic tracks on it as well. Yeah, and we're close. We're higher than we thought we were going to be in the midweeks. We're number 7 in the midweeks, which is, I only found out a couple of hours ago, and it's really, really hard to comprehend that. It's so absolutely nuts. But yeah, we're number 7 in the midweeks. We're aiming to stay in the top 40, and anything that anyone can do to help is so appreciated right now.
And then streaming's counting up until midnight Thursday.
Yes, that's it. That's it. So yeah, just listen to the album as well. And like, that's the thing. I don't want finance to be a barrier either. So even if you can't afford to buy the album, or you don't have like a Spotify account or anything like that, just share it, tell people about it, get the word out there. And more than anything, this chart battle is important, but I also just want people to hear the tunes as well. So yeah, just share it, stream it, and buy it.
Yeah. And then also, you're coming back to Southampton in
Yes.
April.
Yeah.
The Joiners.
Oh, that's such a good venue.
Yes,
That's so lovely. They treat us so well. There's one thing that I think there's a lot of venues often don't think about is lights. And like the Joiners has some of the best lights in the world, and it just adds so much atmosphere. Obviously the sound's amazing as well. The room's amazing. And we always have a great time in Southampton as well. So it's going to be like so much fun. Yeah. And then we'll probably go to the Hobbit afterwards because it's such a cool place. Yes. It's our last night of tour as well.
Oh, and it's a Saturday.
Yeah, and it's a Saturday. Our drummer Jack doesn't really drink.
He's a designated driver?
Yeah, he's a designated driver. There we go. And he was, when we go, we're going to go out after this. Do you want to come out? He was like, oh, I can't be bothered. But then when he found out it was a Lord of the Rings themed bar, he was like, yep, I'm there straight away. And he loves it. So yeah, we'll be going there afterwards, 100%.
Amazing. Well, best of luck with the album. I hope it stays in the top 10. I hope that you can.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh yeah, we'll see.
Then obviously we will catch you in Southampton in April as well.
Yes, mate.
On a celebration tour of a top 10 album.
Oh yeah, here we go.
That's the optimism.
Positive thinking. Let's do this. Oh, cheers, Simon.
Awesome. We'll see you soon.
Cheers, mate.